I like eating the chocolate batter when my mama makes it family, and I have full bucket of it.
Full bucket of chocolate batter.
She tells me she wants to help me, and she mixes for some time, and one hand is mixing, other hand is going.
And then I try it, and then I say I like it. Can you give me more?
Oh.
That's all.
And even only chocolate or any other cake?
Yeah. And I like fondant.
Fondant. So, I think this is like one of the most important sections where I wanted to know, like, you have such a stable bakery business. For people who want to start their business, bakery, they want to get into bakery, they want to learn bakery, something. How could they start? Like, if suppose, how much generally the capital is required? What are the initial steps you need to take to start your business? How would you suggest?
In terms of capital, I would say in today's time, with a home consumption oven, 20,000 is the least that you can start with.
Okay.
Assuming you do a few products only.
Okay.
But your biggest cost is your oven. Then you have your smaller equipment, your turntable, your knives that you need. मैं ये assume करती हूँ कि सबके पास फ्रिज होता ही है. Storage racks होते ही हैं, मतलब they can figure out the storage. So this you can get a good oven for 10 to 15,000, and then another 5,000 in other smaller things. So it is possible to set up, but I feel apart from that it's also very important to learn the cakes first. ये जरूरी है कि आप एक बहुत फैंसी बेकिंग स्कूल में जाके पढ़ो, बट ये जरूरी है कि अगर आप इंटरनेट से भी पढ़ते हो, ऑनलाइन क्लास लेते हो या फ्री वो करते हो, 10 केक ट्राई करो, खुद खा के देखो कि अच्छा है कि नहीं. अगर आपने सीख लिया पे करके, इसका मतलब जरूरी नहीं है कि वो केक अच्छा ही बनेगा. सो बी श्योर ऑफ योर प्रोडक्ट्स बिफोर लॉन्चिंग. और ऐसा नहीं कि 20 प्रोडक्ट्स, मे बी यू स्टार्ट विद ओनली 1 प्रोडक्ट, बट वो प्रोडक्ट आपको इतना अच्छा लगना चाहिए कि वो शुरू से ही बिकने लग जाए. एंड उसके लिए थोड़ा 1 मंथ थोड़ा रिसर्च करना जरूरी है. गो टू द मार्केट्स, फाइंड आउट कि चॉकलेट के ब्रांड्स कौन से अवेलेबल है, ये पता करो कि किस चीज का क्या ब्रांड अवेलेबल है, कितना टाइम रख सकते हो, टेस्ट कैसा है, डिफरेंट रेसिपीज ट्राई करो, एंड देन डिसाइड कि मुझे ये. और अपनी सोसाइटी में अपने घर वालों को बांटो, जो वो आपको फीडबैक दे कि ये मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है, ये अच्छा नहीं था, ये सॉफ्ट था. एक सेम रेसिपी को आप 7 साल भी बना लोगे तो भी कहीं ना कहीं वो गलत कभी हो ही जाती है. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि वो एक रेसिपी आप इस्टेब्लिश करो पहले. गलती फिर भी होगी, लेकिन अगर शुरू से ही आप कंफ्यूज रहेंगे कि मुझे ये भी करना है, वो भी करना है, ये रेसिपी ट्राई कर दूँ, आज ये बेच दूँ, आप एक रेसिपी करोगे तो नेक्स्ट टाइम वो आएगा तो आपका केक कंसिस्टेंट रहेगा, नहीं तो नेक्स्ट टाइम आपका फ्लेवर वेरी भी हो सकता है. सो आई थिंक दैट्स द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इन सेटिंग अप योर कॉस्ट एंड योर knowledge of cake.
So in general, how much time for a new baker does it take to have like a consistent flow of orders?
It depends. मतलब it depends totally on the requirement of the region. अगर वहाँ पे बहुत bakers नहीं है, you could be getting orders in a month's time. But लेकिन in a normal city like Bangalore, it does take, I would say, easily 6 months
To at least.
बट थोड़ा आपको शुरू में प्रमोट करना पड़ता है. पॉपअप्स में जाके अपना स्टॉल लगाओ. आप एक्चुअली पहले 6 मंथ्स तो एक्सपेरिमेंट में ही चले जाते हैं कि ये प्रोडक्ट बिक रहा है, ये नहीं बिक रहा है. एंड वंस यू हैव दोस फ्यू थिंग्स एस्टैब्लिश, अपनी सोसाइटी में पॉपअप लगा, स्टॉल ले लो, ट्राई टू सेल इट मोर एंड मोर टू प्रमोट इट, एंड ऑलवेज टेक गुड फोटोज.
I think with the digital and social media, we really need to amp up that game. Correct. Any incident which you remember, which was like one of the most memorable, or like some incident or some order which is like you can't forget ever?
एक ऐसा ऑर्डर था, this one is a negative one which I can never forget. उसने फॉन्डेंट का केक ऑर्डर किया था. डिलीवरी उन्होंने बाहर आके, सोसाइटी के बाहर आके दी थी. मे बी उन्हें पता नहीं था फॉन्डेंट को कैसे स्टोर करते हैं, एंड मैंने भी उन्हें नहीं बताया कि आपको एसी में रखना पड़ेगा. या आई नेवर आस्क्ड व्हाट आर यू गोइंग टू डू विद द केक. शी ऑर्डर्ड, आई सेड ओके दिस इट विल बी अवेलेबल एट दिस टाइम. शी टुक इट. जब तक वो घर गई, इट वाज रेनी सीजन एंड दे डिसाइडेड टू नॉट गो होम एंड गो इन अ रेस्टोरेंट. फॉन्डेंट ऐसी चीज है जो वेदर से बहुत फर्क पड़ता है. बारिश में नहीं चलता है. तो उसका केक मेल्ट होने लग गया. एंड उसने मुझे फोन करने की जगह मुझे रिव्यू दे दिया जोमेटो पे कि शी इज अ फ्रॉड, शी इज अ चीट, एंड यू नो उसने मुझे खराब केक दिया. So that is something I can never forget, and she wrote it at 3 in the night so that I could never delete it. And she never gave me a chance to talk to her about it. मतलब उसने बस रिव्यू लिख दिया.
She never called you up.
Never.
And then how did you sort it? Did you call her?
I tried to call her, but she refused to talk to me. So I just returned her money, which I don't know if it was the right thing to do, but
yeah, you just did
yeah.
it right. And
Yeah.
my God. Yes. And I'm sure like you would have learned a lot
Yes.
from that.
Always inform people
Right.
how to store.
Correct.
Ask them when are they going to eat. Ask them what do they plan to do with the cake.
Right.
In fact उसके साथ तो इतनी मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग हो गई थी कि उसने मुझे बताया था कि she wants a pregnant lady on the cake. I said okay for it. Then we discussed और design change हो गया because I told her कि why don't you tell me what the lady likes, maybe I can put elements.
Right.
तो उसके माइंड में ये था कि मैं pregnant lady बना रही हूँ, पर मैंने उसको समझाया कि मैं सारी चीजें नहीं कर सकती, so let me do the other things.
Right.
She did not understand it. तो उसको लगा मैंने जानबूझ के पैसे ले लिए और उसके लिए वो प्रोडक्ट ही नहीं बनाया.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah, clarity of communication is very important.
Right.
Always send your customer a drawing of what you're making for them.
Right.
To confirm that this is what I'm making, this is the quantity, this is the flavor, so that there is absolutely no scope of misunderstanding. That incident taught me the importance of having no verbal conversations, only text message with a confirmed order and an image.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that you learn only with time and
Yes.
experience.
Yes.
Like everything, when you start, I don't think like you would know all of these things. You just learn
Yeah.
with time.
And a good memory is when a lady ordered a cake and she told me I timed your cake and in 24 minutes the cake was over, like a 1 kg cake.
Wow.
So she's like, it was so tasty that she ordered half kg and it, because of some technical reasons I ended up giving her 1 kg.
Wow.
And she told me that it got over in 24 seconds, 24 minutes.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
I think that would have been like
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah.
My God. I think that's how that keeps you motivated
Yes.
to just
Yes.
work harder and
Yes.
harder.
Yes.
And would you tell us how do you generally talk about your brand, about your products? How do you promote your product, your brand, sales? How do you increase it? What do you do on a daily basis or on a frequent basis?
It's very important that people see your work. Because you could be making good cakes, लेकिन अगर आप लोगों को दिखाते नहीं हो आप क्या बना रहे हो, तो your presence is lost.
Right.
You have to be present.
Right.
तो मैं अपनी केक्स की फोटोज इंस्टाग्राम पे बहुत डालती हूँ, स्टोरीज बहुत डालती हूँ इंस्टाग्राम पे,
Right.
एंड ऑटो कनेक्टेड टू फेसबुक,
Correct.
and I also post on my groups saying that this is what I recently made,
Right.
and ऐसे वर्ड ऑफ माउथ से ही ऑर्डर आते हैं, लेकिन ये लोग आपको इंस्टाग्राम पे फॉलो भी करते हैं. दे विल नॉट ऑर्डर थ्रू इंस्टाग्राम बट दे लाइक टू सी योर प्रेजेंस ऑन इंस्टाग्राम.
Right.
कोई भी पर्सन, अगर मैं किसी को बोलती हूँ कि मैंने ये केक खाया था, इट वाज वेरी नाइस, ट्राई इट, तो वो बंदा पहले जाके इंस्टाग्राम पे देखेगा कि आपका काम कैसा है.
Correct.
सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि आप मे बी नॉट इंस्टाग्राम, डिपेंडिंग ऑन आपके रीजन में क्या पॉपुलर,
Right.
इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट टू हैव अ सोशल प्रेजेंस. एंड बाकी तो जैसे लाइक आई सेड सोसाइटी में, बिकॉज आई हैव अ ग्रुप, तो मैं उस पे लोगों को बताती हूँ कि दिस इज अ रीसेंट केक आई मेड व्हिच पीपल रियली
There
लाइक.
is word of
Yeah.
mouth.
एंड वंस आपके डेडिकेटेड कस्टमर्स हो जाते हैं, यू हैव अ डिसेंट फॉलोइंग एंड दे ऑर्डर रेगुलरली फ्रॉम यू, देन जैसे मैंने थोड़े टाइम के लिए ब्रॉडकास्ट लिस्ट बनाई थी
Okay.
ऑन व्हाट्सएप.
हाँ.
तो मैं ब्रॉडकास्ट लिस्ट पे पोस्ट करती थी कि this is what is available या this is what I'm making today.
Right.
आप DM करके order कर सकते हैं.
Correct.
So that also works because it's instead of individually sending to people, broadcast list में काफी लोगों को चला जाता है message.
Right.
So,
but you don't pay anything for promotions, marketing, nothing.
Not as of now.
Nothing paid ads. Nothing.
Not as of now. I have tried on Instagram
Right.
the paid promotion. Basically मैं एक stall लगा रही थी Christmas market में,
Okay.
like a pop-up.
Okay.
But my fault was that I tried the paid promotion just a few days before the stall.
Okay.
Basically अगर आप paid promotion करना चाहते हो तो it has to be a little for a few, the presence has to be there for a few days. It can't be just like one day before the stall.
Right.
Because
Right.
so I tried it at a wrong timing.
Right. Plus, I feel like for home bakery, I think your delivery area would be restricted, right? Or
But
how-
paid promotion में तो आप choose कर सकते हो where do you want to promote your product, like your region.
So I wanted to ask, like in home bakers, do they deliver pan India also? Are there like something, or generally it is like a localized thing?
जितना मुझे पता है तो it's local.
Localized.
Pan India के लिए cakes, perishable चीजों में I think only the big names would be doing it,
Doing it.
not home bakers.
Right. Right. You would have to have probably a cloud kitchen and then.
Yeah.
Right. So, any tips you want to give around customer satisfaction? How do you keep your customers satisfied? How do you maintain, like, you are providing what they're asking for? Any tips on that? People who are starting new or bakery business or who want to?
I think it's very important to listen to the customer. In the sense that जो एक छोटी सी बात उन्होंने casually बोल दी might be the most important thing for them. You know,
Give
so
us an example.
For example, one lady ordered a bento cake from me and she asked me to write happy birthday XYZ. अब I did not inform her that I use an acrylic top of a happy birthday,
Yeah.
and instead of writing I gave that,
Yeah.
and then she messaged me, but I asked you to write.
Oh.
So it's very important that to keep customers happy, you have to note down everything that they're saying, and it's not necessary कि आप हर चीज के लिए हाँ बोलो. Say yes only for the things that you can do and tell them that I'm sorry, this is not what I do, and or this is not I'm skilled to do.
Correct.
Yeah, I cannot do this, but I can do this if you're okay with it.
Right.
So it's very important to just listen to what the customers want. तुम्हारे लिए वही casual वो होगा कि हाँ birthday message है या
Yeah.
okay आपको कम chocolate चाहिए, but when you're making, you make your standard
Right.
cake and you might so always have like a note of the order in front of you when you're
Right.
making,
Okay.
because in the end if the customer is not happy, even if he likes the cake and वो एक बार बुरी लग गई, they'll never come back to you.
Yeah, true. I think listening to customer is very, very important. So I think now we have your favorite customer with you.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Do you like your mama's cakes?
yeah, and I like eating fondant
You like eating fondant?
because it's sugary.
It's sugary, you like sugar.
Yeah,
And you bake with her?
yeah.
And
I
with,
help.
you help her?
And so why baking because it's nice.
What? Which is your favorite cake of mama?
The, mm,
Chocolate Spanish,
Nah.
cheesecake, tiramisu.
wait, I'm thinking.
Let her think.
The cake which I baked on Papa's birthday.
You baked the cake on Papa's birthday?
Yeah, and I like it because it's nice to see.
Almond chocolate, almond raspberry cake.
And I like almond raspberry cake.
Raspberry cake? That is your favorite?
I like eating the chocolate batter when my mama makes it fancy, and I have full bucket of it.
Full bucket of chocolate batter.
She tells me she wants to help me,
Huh.
and she mixes for some time, and one hand is mixing, other hand is going.
And then I try it, and then I say I like it. Can you give me more?
Oh.
That's all.
And even only chocolate or any other cake?
Yeah. And I like fondant.
Fondant. So you gonna bake a cake for mama on her birthday?
Yes, it's a ritual in our house.
Yeah?
Like for my birthday, Meera and man bake.
Yeah,
Oh.
but only make a fondant.
Because mama is so good at making cakes.
No, because she
I made a rainbow cake for her birthday without fondant.
Because मेरा 3 months see you are like fondant birthday didn't make fondant cake
But it was such a beautiful cake, Meera. I also had it. It was such a beautiful.
So I promised her next birthday I will make her only fondant.
Yeah.
So that she can eat fondant all day.
The
A
whole
penguin and a
yeah.
and feeding with snow and
snow
all.
mountain.
And some drops of snow
Snow, drops of snow also.
and penguins
Penguins also.
and
Then what would
And
you
dolphins.
And dolphin. What will you theme for your birthday then?
Penguin.
Penguin is the theme.
unicorn.
And
Always
unicorn.
unicorn.
Unicorn is always.
And the first thing is always different.
Oh, every year it has to be different.
Unicorn stays fixed and other things will.
Will change then.
Yeah. Happy baking. Thank you. See you and meet you.
So thank you so much for joining us today and telling so much about baking. I think काफी सारी चीजें तो मुझे भी नहीं पता थी. And I think this video will really help those people who want to start.
I hope so.
Yeah, really. Thank you so much for joining us today.
सो उम्मीद है एंटरप्रेन्योर्स आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया होगा और अगर आप सोच रहे हैं अपना बेकरी का बिजनेस शुरू करने का और जानना चाहते हैं कि बेकरी में क्या निटिग्रिटीज होती हैं, क्या डिटेल्स, क्या चीजें रिक्वायर्ड हैं, तो ये वीडियो जरूर से देखिएगा। अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आए तो किसी एक दोस्त, रिश्तेदार, जाने पहचानने वाले या जिसको भी इस वीडियो से मदद हो उसके साथ जरूर शेयर कीजिएगा। मैं आपसे मिलूंगी अगले वीडियो में एक नए टॉपिक के साथ। तब तक आप बी फॉर बिजनेस चैनल से जुड़े रहें, बाकी वीडियोस देखते रहें और अपना बिजनेस ऐसे ही ऑनलाइन ग्रो करते रहें। लेट्स जी फॉर ग्रो विद बी फॉर बिजनेस। नमस्ते।